Here are the trade destinations for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh my goodness. Jordan Clarkson almost came in my lap.
Now, the Lakers are currently up 2-0 against Houston in the first round of this year's playoffs, while missing their two best offensive players. They seem to be in a great position, but their new ownership might look for a more clear answer post LeBron, and getting Giannis next to Luka could be that answer. The Lakers will have up to 3 tradable first round picks and the contract of Austin Reeves through a sign and trade if they'd like to do that. At this point, it is a 1-year deal for Giannis, so don't expect him to get an insane offer for the Bucks to be able to trade. Now, the Golden State Warriors will also have up to 3 first-round picks, along with the sign and trade possibility of Kristaps. They'd be able to offer some decent value, maybe some young talent like Pods, if anybody wants him, or Moses Moody could be included in the package. Once again, not a likely team to expect Giannis to go to. Now, Miami seems like a good destination, but if we recall when the Damian Lillard trade happened, nobody really wanted Tyler Hero. This team, I believe, will have 2 first-round picks, a young asset like Kalal Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, and Tyler Hero. They could put up some assets in this trade, but once again, not a likely destination, just with the lack of total value that could come from this. Now, the Oklahoma City Thunder, this is a long shot, but if they do fail to repeat this year, then they could be an option, and they without a doubt have the most assets to pull it off. With an infinite number of draft capital and players like Chet or J-Dub, they could easily pull off a sneaky move to get Giannis next to Shea and become just insanely annoying as a team. Now, the Spurs, similar to the Thunder, the Spurs have an abundance of draft capital along with young assets like Harper and Castle. If they fail this postseason and want to jump to the championship next year, a move for Giannis, while unlikely, is still possible. Now, these are all the trade destinations I can see at the current moment. I'm not really thinking certain teams like the Nuggets will have any assets really to trade, or any other top teams. I can't see them giving up a lot for Giannis. He is on a 1-year deal after this season. He's probably not going to command an insane amount of assets, in all honesty. But at the same time, he's still an all-NBA player, no matter what. The thing is, with his injury problems, that might also cause some concern. But I doubt teams are really going to shy away from him. I definitely see him commanding some value, but not quite like what we expected at the trade deadline, where people were mocking Dylan Harper, Stephen Castle, and 4 first-round picks for Giannis. I don't see that happening. Now, for my honorable mentions, these are teams that I don't really see having the assets to make a Giannis trade, but they could possibly pull it off if the Bucks are somehow either stupid or just in love with the few assets they could get from them. Number 1, the Sixers. They don't got a lot of draft capital. The contract of Paul George is not really that enticing, but maybe the Bucks like VJ Edgecombe enough to say, let's sell low on Giannis, get VJ, and build around him. He's a very talented player, and he's number 3 in Rookie of the Year race, in a competitive rookie race this year, so maybe they like him enough. I'm a big fan of VJ Edgecombe. I think he's going to be a future All-Star in this league, but if the Bucks somehow think he's going to be the next Anthony Edwards or the next Jimmy Butler, then maybe they pull off a trade like that. Next one is the New York Knicks. They're not in a great position at all for Giannis, but maybe if the Bucks like zesty man Karl-Anthony Towns enough, and Giannis pretty much forces his way to New York and makes it clear he only wants to play in one area for next season, then maybe they could pull this off. But other than that, the Knicks don't have any draft capital, they would have to match Giannis' contract with Karl Anthony Towns because of the apron rules. So it's not really great for New York right now. And finally, the Timberwolves. This one keeps getting brought up like it's a serious destination, and it's just not. There's no way the Bucks want Rudy Gobert. There's no way the Bucks want Julius Randle. The Bucks don't want Naz Reid. The Bucks don't want Dante DiVincenzo, and the Bucks don't want any of the no picks that the Timberwolves can offer. They're not a serious team to be considered for this, in my personal.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.